We ever had together is when we have just laughed our heads off where our stomachs hurt. We did it in church one time when we were supposed to be quiet, remember that? And all of a sudden it's just like, you know, you could stop laughing when you're not supposed to, you know? So, yeah. So, okay, I got God gave me a letter to read to you. So I'm going to read a letter to you. Here it is. Hello, my children. We got to talk. Look. I appreciate all of your spiritual efforts. The costs of meditation cushions, the incense, the classes, the PowerPoint. Really, I do. But something's wrong between us. There's something missing. I sit with you and all of your spiritual paraphernalia, and well, I feel kind of empty. I know that some of you do too. I listen to your prayers and I think, where's the fire? Where's the intimacy? And it dawned on me. We don't laugh together anymore. Now don't roll your eyes at the creator of the universe. Humor is some powerful stuff. Have you forgotten that we share a sense of humor? Remember that whole made in the image of the divine thing? And you know that we're the only creatures that really laugh. Well, there is the hyena that I made, but let's not get sidetracked. What are you scared of? Where is your sense of humor? Did someone steal it? Did you lose it? I gave you laughter as your first gift. It is no accident that laughter is honored most in times of your life and you're the closest to me. Childhood, when you are fresh out of my arms, and then old age when you are closing back in. It is those in-between years when you need this gift the most. So here's a little secret. You don't have to lose your sense of humor as you age. Your skin elasticity maybe, but not humor. Let me get to the point. I long for an intimate relationship with you, and you can have it. And it's not different from how you develop intimacy in other relationships. You listen, you share, you build trust, and you laugh. They all relate. You can't laugh if you don't listen, and you can't authentically share if you hold part of yourself back as unlovable and unacceptable. You want healing. You have to give me all the pieces. I want all of you. The anger, the pain, the sadness, the tears, and the laughter. I love it all, and it's all holy. I'll tell you what. Come and sit with me for a while. Tell me your stories. Share your dreams. Dance with me. Sing with me. Laugh with me. Just for a bit, and I'll take it from there. Love, God. I love that. Okay, that speaks to me because that's what I want to talk about. Just the letter a little bit. I put this up there. That's my Ava Rooney. She's my she's 2 now, and this is when he said in the letter, or the letter was written by Reverend Susan Sparks, and it's called "Laugh Your Way to Grace," and she says in here that we're closest to God, right, when we're young, when we are babies, because there's such this innocence. And I look at my little Ava Rooney. She is like just the cutest thing, and she came out dancing, singing. Her dad plays guitar, right? When she was pregnant, when my daughter was pregnant, her dad played the guitar while she was pregnant. So when she came out, she was already singing and dancing. The minute that he plays the guitar, she's out dancing all the time. She dances, she takes his little mic and she sings with it, and she runs around free. She runs around without her, she rips off her clothes, basically. She runs around naked. And that, the kind, she's like a hippie kid, you know what I'm saying? She runs around, you know, totally naked, and they let her, you know. I mean, she has a diaper, but she takes it off. And she runs around, and she sings, and she dances, and she's just filled with so much joy. And I think about this being. She gives it all to God. You know how she said, let's give everything, our unacceptable part. She gives her unacceptable parts to God. She gives it all to God, her screaming, her crying. And that's what we need to do. That's what this intimacy, this laughter is really about. When we're hiding these parts of ourselves, you know, that we don't want to be seen, it hurts. But the minute that we bring it to the light and can laugh about it, and maybe cry about it at first, it lightens it. It lightens it. That's what makes life a lot lighter. It makes life so much easier. So when Ava comes over, you know, she's into everything. She's you would probably call her undisciplined, and her parents don't. They just, you know, they love her the way she is. And so she comes to my house, and she's got little fingerprints, and she's always eating chocolate, so when I leave, on my door, there's these little fingerprints, right? So she came over yesterday, and I looked at these little fingerprints above my handle on the door, and I started to wipe them off, and I almost couldn't wipe them off, I did, but they were happy prints, right? You know, happy prints. They're little chocolate, little tiny things, and they were happy. And I got to thinking about our lives, you know, because we all leave a fingerprint, right? We leave fingerprints. Are we leaving happy prints? Are we leaving sad prints? When we look at our whole life, what are we going to leave? You know, are we filled with this joy of laughter, or are we going to leave all this regret of a song that wasn't sung? Because she's singing her song. And I hope to God that my prayer for her is that she always sings it, you know? And I hope that all of us are always singing, you know, the song we were meant to live. You know, there's a poem, and many of you probably know it. It's a dash in between. And it's, I think it's by, I wrote it down, Linda Ellis. And it talks about, you know, we have a birth date and a death date. But the most important part of that is the dash between it, right? That's what's on our tombstone. What did we live? Did you live the dash in between? What's it going to look like? And I think that we need to think about that now. We need to think about what our life looks like. Are we able to cry and then move through the crying with laughter? You know, are we able to live a fully and deep-centered life? You know, experiencing all of life. All of it. See, to me, that's what living deeply is. It's being able to just laugh till you crack up and dance like nobody, you know, everybody's watching and you don't care, right? And to be able to sing, but to be able to cry too and let people see your tears. It's okay. It's all okay. It's all okay. So we have to look at our lives and say, you know, are we bitter? Does the stuff in our life make us bitter or better? I love that. I think about that sometimes. When stuff happens in your life, does it make you bitter? Or does it make you better? Because it can make you better, and it happens so you can be better. So you can be better. We have to ask ourselves that. Are we trying to be cool to get approval? Are we trying to stay so perfect? And it doesn't matter because people like imperfection. That's the truth. It doesn't matter. We don't have to be anyway. We don't have to live somebody else's dream. We have to live our own song. So I ask you, what footprints, no, not footprints, what fingerprints? You could, I guess footprints would work too, but what are you leaving, you know, really your footprint? That makes sense too. See, what's your mindset? I think about this a lot. What's on our mind is how we are, right? Because usually you have kind of a default that you go to. What's on your mind most of the time? Is it worry? Is it resentment? Is it, you know, what's going on, or is it this joy? You know, usually it's all of it, but there's something that you default at. And it's important to know what that is, because this lighter mindset is what creates the next step in your life. Ralph Waldo Emerson said that that which dominates our imagination and our thoughts determines our life and our character. Wow. Determines our life and our character. What is dominating your thoughts? Your imagination. What's in your imagination? Is it run wild with joy? Or is it worried about what's going to happen in an hour? And it's all of it. Because see, every thought is a prayer. I love that. I believe that. What are we thinking? Every thought's a prayer we're creating with our prayers. What are we creating? And I think Judy mentioned it, and I so agree that when you dance and you're just rocking out, you know, and I love that. My favorite movie was actually it wasn't the favorite movie, that's not true, but the scene in the movie with Tom Cruise, you know what I'm talking about? And he's got the broom and stuff, and he's dancing, and yeah, Risky Business. And it's like, because I do that. I shut my doors so nobody can see, really. But I dance up there, and I just turn on the music loud, and it just gets me so present, and I love it, and hope to God nobody walks in, you know? I mean, you know, and actually I do that in the car. One time I was doing it in the car, and I was like this, and then I went to a stop sign, you know, and then someone next to me, I could see him staring at me, and I just kept my head down, you know? But it brings us present. You're right. That it's the closest to God we get. Because, see, dance and same thing with singing and laughter stops all of the outside chatter, and it just brings us present with God. It's raw God right there. You know, no other thoughts. It's just us and God. And so when we are in this present moment, it's like the possibilities are endless. The possibilities are endless, you know? And we can't think about how stupid we look. Okay, so when we're dancing at that party we're going to have here, I want all of you up to do, singing. What if you can't dance, sing, just put it out there, because nobody can look stupid. If you look stupid, it's the other person's fault, right? I mean, they're the ones who think you look stupid. They're stupid, right? Does that make you sense? It makes sense to me. Okay, so here's what I think, is that I watch these shows. Do you guys watch, like, I don't know, I'm really into the dance shows, like Dancing with the Stars, and The Voice, and I watch all of this, and I got to thinking, because sometimes we say, TV's a waste of time and stuff, and I probably watch more than I should, but I love those shows, and I'm not sure why, except for I think that's why, because they're so present. Like when you're up there singing, they're so present with their voice, and they're so present when they're dancing, and they all laugh on the shows, and to me it's a feel-good thing. When I get done, I feel good. I'd rather watch that than the news any day, or these shows, And one thing I know about laughter, and I know this with all my heart, that it comes in the same, who said it, Gabron, that it's comes in the well. Yeah, I wrote it down. Let me see. Okay. Tears of laughter and tears of sorrow come from the same place, because laughter can only help us access that deep place of pain. See? So it's the same place it comes from. Have you ever laughed so hard that you cried? Have you? I have too. I do that a lot. And I think that that's our way into the pain sometimes, because it comes from the same spot. It's that same energy. They're holy tears. If we cry when we laugh, we needed to cry. We needed to cry. We had a class on Sunday, and remember, and Carol, it was so funny because we talked about this lady. She works at a funeral home, and her job is just like really, horrible, and she's so sad all the time. And she's a receptionist, right? And so she had to give this lady her death certificate for her husband. And so she handed it to him, and she said, "Here's your gift certificate." And oh my God, she said that. She said she went like this, and she just froze, and all she could think about, "You stupid fool, why did you do that?" She kept talking to herself like this, right? So the lady leaves, and she's crying, and she's out there. Pretty soon the lady comes back in, and she said, Thank you so much. She said, you've made my day. I've been feeling so bad but since you've said that." And Carol's like that. She's a crack up. But see, it's that fine line between our laughter and our tears. That's how healthy it is for us. That's how healthy it is for us. Gene Houston says that when we're laughing, that the universe is thrown into this kaleidoscope of possibility. We have so much possibility when we're laughing. What I know is that none of us are victims to what's going on in our life. We might have a bunch of junk going on in our life, and lots of us do. But the truth is, we're not victims to that. We are the creators of our universe, and we can always handle what comes to us. How we choose to be is way more important than what happens to us. So whatever's going on in your life, how you be with it is way more important than even that you do. How you be. How does it feel? How's it moving through you? See? And it doesn't matter how old we are. It doesn't matter where you are in your life. You can do anything in your life that you want to do. I love this. Ben Franklin says that many people die at 25 but are buried when they're 75. You know what? You know what that tells me? Their song. See, what happens is they let their song die without singing it. Don't let your song die. Don't let your song die. Live your song. Laugh it. Dance it. Do whatever it takes. But make it, Blaine, I think about you, and I'm going to close with that, but I think about what you say whenever you leave the restaurant, and you always kind of say to everybody, you got to make it a good day. And then you say something else. You say, you know what? You got to have a little fun. And you do. And every day you think about that. And on St. Patrick's Day, he brings out his little man, and he says his little leprechaun, little leprechaun. Yeah, I better say it. Kind of threw me there. And you're so funny. You sing and you dance, and I really messed that up, didn't I? Okay, let's just move along. Anyway, after service, he's always singing songs. Quit laughing though, Mike. You're making me embarrassed here. And I was so cool before that. Okay. So anyway, so here's my profound ending. Let me end this in a profound way, please. Okay. So what will we teach today? What are we going to teach today? It's your decision. See, happiness can't happen without your decision to be happy. Love can't grow without your decision to be loving. You're not even hearing me, are you? Peace can't blossom without your decision to be peaceful. My prayer today is that we laugh, we dance, and we sing. Thank you.